Good morning, traders. It's Friday, February 14th. We're an hour into trading. It is Valentine's Day. Hopefully, the trade ideas that I show you today will help you make enough money so that you can take your sweetheart out to dinner. So, here's what we've got the market doing right now. You can see how it opened higher, gapped higher, came down, filled in the gap, tested the low, long candles, under body, but I'm not quite ready to buy yet. You can see that the price action was pretty choppy yesterday. The only real decent, consistent moves that we've been able to see from the market recently have been on these gaps lower. You come in, you test support, and then you get this gradual grind higher. This is nice, but there's a lot of herky-jerky price movement in here during the day, a little bit of a sell-off near the close. So not anything to really hang your hat on because we're not stringing together nice long green candles in a row or red candles for that matter. Get a nice move higher and then whap. Nice move higher, whap. Really nothing that you can trade, day trade. I'm sure there are scalpers out there who would disagree with me. Here's what I'm waiting for today. I like longer term moves like this one that unfold. You just kind of have to weather the storm on some of these dips and ride it through, eventually taking profits on it. So here's what I see happening today. Get the gap up. Usually on these gaps up, we have to establish support. So we'll probe. And you can see the 1OP indicator is starting to come down and trough. I want to see the support tested a second time. If it comes down and tests that support level, and I see a bullish cross, and we've got some tails under body, then I will buy SPY calls. Right now, this early in the day, I'd be looking to buy the February 21 expiration, the 335 calls. I want to go in the money. I want to have a fairly high delta to them. I don't want to trade weeklies this early in the day because I don't want to be exposed to time decay. Later in the afternoon, I may trade the lotto calls, which would be the February 14 at the money calls, possibly even the 337s very late in the day. So we'll have to see if that unfolds. Before I can do lotto trades, I need to have a strong market tailwind. I don't have that today. If we broke out to a new all-time high, then yes, I would have something to really sink my teeth into later in the day. As it stands right now, I don't see a whole lot going on here. Monday is a legal holiday. Now, here is a pattern that we need to be aware of. Going to go into the daily chart, and you can see how on Fridays the market sells off. Fridays, the market sells off. Mondays, the market tends to rebound and bounce. So that is something that we can look at. There's Friday, there's Monday. So we can expect a little bit of selling, and investors are a bit spooked with a forward PE of 18 right now. Stock prices are fairly lofty. They're worried that there might be some big news that comes out over the weekend regarding coronavirus. So the tendency is to sell, err on the side of caution, and then when the market reopens, they can reevaluate the news, and then the buying is usually pretty steady on a Monday. In this case, it'll be a Tuesday because we're closed on Monday. So, you know what I'm looking at for my SPY day trade. I need to see us come down, check that 336.84 level again, form some long tails under body. If I see that, then I'll know that that support level is legit and we've got a chance to bounce perhaps up to that 337.56 level, maybe even a little bit higher. But you can also see on the daily chart that the only long candles that we really see are when the market opens lower. So right there is one, right there is another one. Otherwise, we get these tiny little bodies during the day, very compressed price action. So what does that mean? That means we need to focus on stocks. We have a huge edge when we trade individual stocks with heavy volume and relative strength. So I'm going to keep the S&P up in the background. You'll be able to see what the market is doing here. I always like doing that when I day trade stocks. Market first, market first, market first. Getting a little bit of a 1OP cross here. So now we just need to check this bid, and then we may be buying some SPY calls. So here are some stocks that I like and don't like. EXPE announced earnings after the close yesterday before the open today, you can see that big gap up. Here's what I don't like about it. Long red candle, long red candle, long red candle, all closing on their low instantly. That tells me that this gap is going to get filled. I shorted the stock in here around the 122 level. That's coming in very, very nicely. I expect to see this downward sloping trend continue. Well, how can you be that confident? There's a 200-day moving average that I'm leaning on. As soon as that was breached, you can see that's at the 122 level. I shorted the stock. So it's bound to probably come back in and fill. I don't know how far. I'll have to be watching for long tails under body. I want to see that momentum start to slow. Once it starts to show me that, then I'll take profits on the trade. Here you can see long tails above body on the 5-minute chart of the SPY. Chances are we're going to come in and check the low of the day. So we'll keep an eye on that. Microsoft, I am short as a swing trade. Actually, I'm short some bearish call spreads up around the 190 level. You're going to see that trade also in a swing trading video that I'm going to release tomorrow to YouTube subscribers. It has 6 bullish put spreads on it, 2 bearish call spreads on it. I release this Wednesday evenings to my members, and then I post it 2 days later on YouTube, so watch for that. I do like that bearish call spread. I want to keep it in very, very close within a 2-week time period. I happened to sell these when I saw that big intraday reversal right there on February 11th, so I was all over that trade. My options are going to expire today. That spread, that 190 spread is really, really safe. 5 points out of the money with only a few hours left to go. Trade is looking good. RDFN, long this right out of the gate this morning. Love that huge gap right there. Long candle closing on its high, long green candle. Today, really nice relative strength right out of the gate. Boom. Higher when the market was pulling in. Let's overlay that SPY. You can see market selling off, stock moving higher. I like this one. I think this is going to be a really nice stock to be long today. SPCE. Look at that baby go. And I probably, nope. Yep. I can expect to fill. 25.95 was my target, and we hit that on the last bar. I was long SPCE back in here. So I made $1 on a $25 stock. That is a nice day trade. Look at that momentum. Really, really strong. But normally, if you look at a chart like this, you go, what the heck? It's going parabolic. I'm not going to have anything to do with that. I'm going to avoid that. And that's fine. That would be kind of prudent thing to do. But when you see relative strength and heavy volume, you can almost disregard the daily chart because you're just following what's happening today. Let's overlay the SPY and I'll show you. Market down, 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 stock up, 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 long green candles closing on their high, big volume. That's what Option Stalker helps us find. The stock was popping up on our searches. When you're day trading, you got to be on these stocks early. That's when they make their moves. You got to be able to see them in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes for sure, because that's when the lion's share of the move is made. So if you don't have searches like that ready-made for yourself, where you can nail these stocks in the first 10, 15 minutes of trading, should take the Option Stalker trial. So SPCE, like it, already hit my target on that one. Really nice trade. Now, here's one that also looked good right out of the gate. I am long this stock up here around the 62.70 level. I'm sucking wind on this one right now, but it has been able to find support. Why did I like it? You can see how it just got through that 200-day moving average, horizontal resistance. I'm leaning on that level right now. Really want to see that stock recover. It's had a nice uptrend here. Volume has been decent. Going to the 5-minute chart, you can see the big volume there. I think the buyers are going to come back looking to get through that 62.24 level first. That's about the 200-day moving average, also the high from yesterday. Once it does that, I think the stock will be in nice shape. Lean on that 200-day moving average. Here it comes. I think ZS is going to perform well today. TLRY, pot stock. Go into the daily chart. You can see stock has just been pounded. Gets this nice bounce in here, what I believe is a short covering bounce. Downward sloping trend line in here, broken today. Support, higher low, double bottom, nice bounce today through this downward sloping trend line. I think TLRY sets up for a nice swing trade. You've got major support down below it, and there we go. Heavy volume. Now, again, I jumped the gun a little bit. I am long up here around the 1770 level. So I'm sucking wind on this one. I got a little room to go, but I think now the stock is showing us long tails under body, and I think you're going to see TLRY move higher. So that kind of does it for my early morning video. I've given you some really nice ones. EXPE. I like it on the short side. I think it's going to continue to come in. I'm going to be watching for that support. When I see it, I will cover. I will take my gains. Microsoft, I like that as a bearish call spread around that 190 strike price. This is nice momentum for the stock in here. I don't care because I'm short at the 190 strike. I am also short stock on a swing trading basis. I think Microsoft may be coming in the course of the next week or so. So I don't mind being short that stock near the all-time high. RDFN looks really good. Getting its C legs back here should challenge the high. SPCE already in and out. Yeah, could have made more money on that one, but that's okay. Made a buck on a $25 stock. Very happy with that. Here we go. ZS starting to come back above the prior day's high, above the 200-day moving average. I like it. TLRY starting to gain some momentum. I think I'm in good shape. I hope I get a chance to buy some SPY calls here. 10 P indicator crossing. Would love to try and get long around that 337 level. That's how I see it playing out today. Watch for some possible late selling in the SPY going into the weekend. Fears of coronavirus. Otherwise, I think the market's going to be pretty flat today. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications, then you'll never miss one of these videos. I promise you, they'll have lots of education just like this and some really good trade ideas. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Remember, if you make some money on these trades, take your sweetheart out for Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.